Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association Convention here in the Built with Chocolate Milk Coaches Lounge here with the head coach of the Shoemaker Wolves, Coach Toby Foreman. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, Coach, you were entering, is it year 3 or year 4 at Shoemaker?
This is year 3.
Okay.
This is year 3.
And when you took over at Shoemaker, you took over a team that is really, really young, and you kind of had to kind of establish things and build things. You had some success in the Golden Triangle, and you kind of stepped out of your comfort zone a little bit coming to Killeen. Did you have any ties to Killeen originally? Because I know you're kind of been down in the Golden Triangle most of your career, right?
I did not. Yeah, I spent outside of I was at Lamarck for a year, and then I was up in Texarkana, Texas High for a year. Other than that, I've pretty much been at West Orange, Stark, Beaumont Central. So Southeast Texas is my home, and that's where I'm from. But I stepped way out of my comfort zone going to Killeen. But my father and mother retired, and they live up in the Waxahachie in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Okay. So just trying to get closer to them and my sister and brother-in-law and nieces. So when this job opened, I applied for it, and it was a 6A job, and I knew it would be a challenge, and I inherited an 0-10 team. Mm-hmm. And that first year was a struggle. And then this year we kind of got back on track a little bit, won some games, and got stuff rolling a little bit, but really good to lower levels. My sophomore and junior class is going to be pretty good back-to-back. And so, the future's bright. I told somebody, about a year and a half ago, college guy came in to recruit, and he had recruited us in Beaumont, and I said, man, I tell you what, after that first year, it was tough. I slept with a picture on my dresser of the freshman football team next to and it's the only thing that helped me sleep at night.
Yeah, we need these guys to grow up, right?
Yeah, but we played 15 sophomores last year on the varsity, and at any level that's tough, but 6A ball in our district, that's tough because we're in a tough district.
Now, when you're trying to rebuild a program, is the toughest thing just to get the kids to kind of believe and buy in? Because you've been losing for a while, and when one bad thing happens in a game, it's like the kids, oh, here we go again. It's happening again. In your experience, is that the biggest thing to just kind of get the kids to believe?
They have to believe, and what I ran into when I got to Shoemaker, unlike when I got to Central. When we got to Beaumont, the kids were coming off back-to-back 2-8 years, and same deal. There was a lot of talent there, tough district. You in there with Neyland and Port Arthur and those people, but we were able to jump on Port Arthur and beat them that first year, Port Arthur Memorial, and it really gave us a big boost. And after that, it just really was a big deal. And we played in the district title that year, district championship game, and ended up losing to Neyland. The following year, we ended up being co-district champions, but it was different there because, like I said, we won early. My first year at Shoemaker, we lost 5 games, a touchdown or less, and it just rips your soul out.
Yeah.
For kids that have already been losing the year prior. But I tell you what happened though, they had a coach leave them in 2015. Or 16, and then they got another guy come in the next year, and then I came in. So I was the third coach within like 11-month span, and that's not going to, that doesn't spell success.
No continuity.
And so now there's some consistency, and but just kind of reviving that thing, and being it's a military town, kids coming and going. I didn't understand that part of it as much, but that's very challenging because you spend a year and a half, 2 years with a kid, and then Coach, I got it. My family being moved to Tennessee or wherever, you know. So that's a tough deal, man. That really is.
Looking at your district, you mentioned how tough it is, and 1 through 9, it's tough. I mean, that Centex district is always a lot of tradition, a lot of talent, and I know you played 15 sophomores last year. So looking ahead to 2019 and how you kids stack up in the district, what do you feel like the personality of your ball club is going to be, and what do you feel like the strengths of your team are going to be heading into the season?
Well, we're skill guy heavy. I mean, we got I've had a ton of recruiters come by, and I mean they like what they see with our class of 2021 class and 22 class. But we've just got to be able to utilize our speed, and the kids know the system now that they've been in for multiple years, and that helps. Same defense coordinator, same offense coordinator. Special teams has changed a little bit, but I mean at the end of the day, majority of our stuff there is more fluid to them, and we're district champions in track, district champions in basketball. We're excelling at some of the other sports, and now it's time for football to come on. But I have every belief that playing those 15 guys as sophomores last year will pay off in the long run, just because alone of the experience. But regardless, it don't matter if you got a million seniors that have experience. That district's still tough. You're gonna have to compete week in and week out, and it's a 9-team league, and that don't make it no easier.
Feels like you guys are on the cusp. If you can get that one win to kind of kick the door down and kind of just establish yourselves as far as on the scene. Things can just kind of keep rolling from there. Is that kind of what you feel like as well? We just need to get that one breakthrough win.
I agree. And last year, the opportunity that we had early on was Killeen, and the Killeen High game was a huge opportunity for us. We had a 2-touchdown lead late and didn't hang on, and then losing that, they kind of lost some confidence. But then we jumped back up and got Copper's Cove about week 7 or 8. And we're throwing in the end zone to beat those guys. They beat us 41-36. So, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, you're right. We've been really close a lot of times. But I do feel like the core group of guys that we have on this team coming back, they're winners. They're used to winning. They don't accept losing. And so I think the last 2 years I had some really good kids, and they did what I asked them to do. But it just seemed like you said, some bad stuff happened in the fourth quarter, and it was easy for them to shut it down, whereas these guys are resilient. I mean, we had sophomores making plays last year in the fourth quarter trying to keep the seniors up, and that's rare, And so with that being said, the future's definitely bright these next couple of years.
All right, Coach. Well, before we let you go, we can't let you leave without spinning the Dick's Sporting Goods Wheel of Questions.
All right.
We got a bunch of questions on here. We'll see what you can land on. You got to answer truthfully and honestly.
Let's see what we got here. Like Wheel of Fortune.
Still money involved, right?
That's all right.
All right. Are you a superstitious guy at all?
I definitely am a superstitious guy.
What's your game day superstition? On game day, what do you have to do?
Well, I try to. It normally comes down to attire, stuff that I wear. I try to keep it the same if we won a game, if we lost a game. Now, if we lose a big game, uniform-wise, I don't get back in that gear. But I will tell you this: there's some things that I have in my pocket with me every game that I've been a head coach. One of those is very special to me. It's my quarterback, Reggie Garrett, passed away when I was a West Orange Star.
I remember that, yeah.
And I have a laminated picture of him in my back pocket that I keep with me every game. And so that's I don't know if that's superstitious or not, or it is. He's with me.
You'd feel naked without it, right?
Well,
right?
The bus turned around one game. We were headed out of town.
Really?
And I was like, I gotta go get my with laminated picture, and it's with me every game that I coach.
Okay. Was that when you were in Beaumont when you had turned the bus around, or was that in Killeen?
No, I was when I was in Killeen. I was in Killeen, I had
turn it around, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I thought you were gonna say like a pair of drawers or something.
No, not that. No, I change those pretty regularly, but I try to keep that fresh.
There you go.
No, if it comes down like coaching pants, like so. But the problem is, since I've been clean, I'm running out of colors, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make something work this year, or else it's either khaki, gray, or black. And like I said, I'm on my last color. We're going to go with gray this year and see if that works.
Okay. So your team's uniform, if you lose a game, because I'm assuming you have some different combinations.
Yes,
with the navy and the silver and the white.
Yeah.
Do you have a black jersey too? I'm assuming. Or?
Yeah, we're going to get black this year, but.
Okay.
But white on white, I put it on the shelf for a couple of years. We lost a close game that we had no business losing at first year I was there. We may break it out this year, but, I put white on the shelf for 2 whole years. I'm not doing that anymore.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time.
All right.
Congrats on the success. Good luck in 2019, and we appreciate what you do for student-athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you for having me.